from time to time, we like to try to keep you out of jail with the Niagara Falls Police Blotter. The Niagara Falls Police Blotter, about as simple as it gets. Just do the opposite. They dumped a lot of chemicals in the ground up in the falls. It's not your fault, but if you do the exact opposite, learn some valuable lessons. Maybe we don't spend Christmas, Thanksgiving in jail in the Niagara Falls Police Blotter. Where do you want to start?
Well, let's start over on 69th Street. I wonder if that sign gets stolen a lot. Police were at a home on 69th Street speaking with the person who had called about a juvenile disturbance. So while officers were talking with the person, an unknown white male shows up in front of the house and begins to yell and swear at the officers, to the point where the caller and the neighbors became concerned and alarmed. Now, the officer asked the man, later identified as Anthony Rogers, to stop swearing, but he refused. After refusing multiple requests to leave and to stop swearing, what happens?
What do you do?
He gets cuffed and stuffed, of course. So it's unclear why Mr. Rogers felt the need to stop and swear at officers in the neighborhood, but he did. He wouldn't stop, so he ended up getting arrested. Monday, 10:45 p.m., officers respond to 7-Eleven on Pine Avenue for a report of an unwanted person. Deshaun Simmons. He was unwanted. He appeared visibly agitated, and store employees advised officers that Simmons had been asked to leave the premises due to his behavior. He was instructed by officers to leave. That's it. Get out of here.
Just get.
He did comply, which we don't always see in these stories, right? They always give him the opportunity to leave, and they don't leave. This guy slowly left. He was still argumentative on his way out the door, but he left. He then crossed the roadway in front of the store, and then that's when the employee said, oh, by the way, he also stole merchandise. What? Now you tell us? We already let him go. One employee reported that she personally observed Simmons take a single pack of white donuts and stuff them into his face while he was in the store without paying for them.
God.
Of course, now he's got it all over his face, right? Another employee confirmed the observation as well. Officers located him. He was standing illegally in the middle of 15th Street, and that's when he was arrested. And at that point, then he's also now been trespassed from all 7-Elevens, meaning he's not allowed to ever go into a 7-Eleven again, or he risks being arrested. 12:30 a.m. Thursday. Police observed a brown 2012 Toyota Tundra driving eastbound on Niagara Street. The plate reader came back saying, that's supposed to be a 2004 Toyota Prius. That's quite the opposite, right? Vehicle was pulled over, driven by Mitchell Norton. They ran the VIN, and there was no registration on record. Norton was ticketed, the license plates were confiscated, and the vehicle was towed.
Got a man in Niagara Falls. He was walking near the Hampton Inn on Rainbow Boulevard about 12:39 p.m. on a Tuesday, and they knew he was up for a warrant. So the police walked up to him, and they said, hey, man, what are you doing? And he goes, I'll break your effing face. That's what the F I'm doing. Ooh, wow. Yeah. Yep. That's going to get you arrested. That's going to get you arrested. Remember, sir, they have guns. Even if you can get a good shot in, one good punch. There were two of them. So you punch the one guy. What are you going to throw some sort of ninja move on the guy? He's going to shoot you. So they arrested him. Then this. Police were called to the Dollar General. Drunken behavior. Police responded to the scene of a car weaving between lanes, heading southbound, almost striking a human being in front of Hyde Park Elementary. Police pulled the driver over. She stopped in the Tim Hortons. They smelled alcohol. They said, have you been drinking? She said, I had a couple of. Asked if she had any injuries or ailments. She said vodka.
That's her ailment?
Asked if she had any injuries or ailments. She said vodka. The guy got a blood alcohol. I got a BAC.
Oh, boy.
What do you think?
Couple of. I'm going to probably she's probably into the twos. 0.21 I'm going to go with.
Yeah. She was charged with driving while intoxicated, drinking alcohol in a motor vehicle, BAC above 0.18. You know why? Because she was at a 2.3.
Pretty close. Nice.
That is, first of all,
2.3 is pretty gone.
It's 3:33 on a Tuesday.
That means you started Monday, probably.
Yep. But it's also 3:33 on a Tuesday around Hyde Park Elementary.
You mean where the children are?
Now, the children might be gone by then, but there might be some stragglers.
Yeah, there's after-school sports,
sure.
Detention.
Yikes.
Got to think there's a lot of detention.
Oh, man. And
Future blotter.
Yep. Police recall people fighting 5:50 p.m. on a Tuesday They known one guy running away with a gun, hurrying from the scene. He ran. He tossed an item wrapped in a bandana into the weeds. What do you think was in there?
I'm going to go with gun.
Yeah, he was charged with obstructing governmental administration and a bunch of others, so he's in a bit of trouble. What do you got?
It is the Niagara Falls Police Blotter here on the Shred and Reagan Show. Thursday, 1 p.m., officers responded to McCoon Avenue for a report of an assault. The victim stated she was inside her vehicle outside of Righteous Auto on Pierce Avenue when a female she knows, is Devin Palmer, approached her vehicle and then engaged her in a verbal altercation.
Oh, boy.
That's when Palmer displayed a can of pepper spray and sprayed the victim in the face. And then inside of her vehicle, which is when she sped off to avoid further confrontation. She said she was able to drive home with one eye open, which is when she called the police because, don't forget, she was maced with pepper spray.
Oh, the poor thing.
Yeah, so give her credit for getting out of there.
Yeah, right.
You know, that because if you can only see out of one eye, that makes driving a little bit tougher.
Yeah, it does.
Wednesday, 2:30 a.m., police spotted a BMW traveling westbound on Pine Avenue, and they failed to stop at a stop sign. Officers pulled the BMW over. The driver, Ray Crockett, stayed in the car, stated that the car is overheating. "I'm just trying to get home," he said. Dispatch confirmed that Crockett had an active warrant out from the city of Niagara Falls, so they took Crockett into custody. Another officer waited with the vehicle until the registered owner came and picked it up. Crockett was also given a ticket for running a red light. So it wasn't even his car.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Running a red light. Nothing like explaining to the owner why his BMW is overheating after you've been driving it. Most likely because you're pounding the snot out of it.
That's not good.
All right, what you got?
All right, I got final two. And so 66th Street resident reported sometime early on Wednesday someone forced down the window of his vehicle and took change in dollar bills. The loss was estimated $15. It's a minor thing. It does, but it drives you nuts. But forced down the rear window of the vehicle, which means it was cracked. I wouldn't crack a window in the Falls. Would you? I wouldn't crack a window in the Falls.
No.
This is, if you're, even that tiny slit of an opening, and it's enough to get through.
If a mouse can get in it, so can someone from the Falls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you've got rust spots, you caulk that thing up. Right? You just don't. And then finally this. 75th Street resident called police and said someone had busted a window and started monkeying around with his steering column on her Kia. We're still doing Kias?
We're trying to anyway.
We're still doing Kias?
And they don't realize it's only a couple models.
Yeah.
And for a couple years.
And I would guess by now that most of the fixes or downloads or whatever they needed to get done are done. So, yeah, it's old school, man. We got to move on to other things. But anyway, that's the Niagara Falls Police Blotter for another week. The goal is to keep you out of jail because Christmas and Thanksgiving are coming up. Thanksgiving as an example. Do you think the food is good in the jails on Thanksgiving? No. You're not getting 3 versions of pie.
You will not be giving thanks.
No. You want green beans and mashed potatoes.